What do you need to be happy?
Well, what I need to be happy is just a nice family to have with me so I don't have to be alone and sad all the time.
To make me happy, I need God and family.
You need somebody that, well, you can't really be happy by yourself. So to be happy, I think you need to have someone that cares about you, or something, or a friend, or something that can, you know, you can be happy with.
What do you need to be happy? The young people in our parish think we need God, family, friends, and love. In short, we need to be connected and to belong. Our happiness is intimately tied up with our capacity for connection to one another, to God's creation. Happiness is rooted in our connection to all things that are in existence. God as the basis of all existence, our families, one another, and the goods of creation.
In order to be happy, I think you need to have friends, and good friends, not bad friends, because if you have good friends, you guys do a lot of things together, and there's not much time to be, bored. And if you are ever bored, I think in order to make yourself fill that spot with happiness, just pray.
Well, there's actually a lot of things you need to be happy besides God, which is the most important thing that you need to be happy. There's also like people to love you and people that you need to love, or else you just kind of be like a lonely potato. But you need like love is a very important feeling, even though I didn't really get anything for Valentine's Day except for one of my friends. But they all were jealous of me. No, they won't. Anyway, so I'm embarrassing. Anyway, so you need God to make you happy, first of all, because without God, you're lost, you're alone, you're like in a dark world, you don't know what's going on.
All of nature is fallen. Water is polluted, wheat's genetically engineered by human ingenuity. Men and women's bodies can lead them into sin. It isn't just human pollution or genetic engineering, man's interference with nature. It's not sin, just in general. Our whole creation has fallen. Germs and viruses, predators can be pretty scary. To some extent, our technical mastery over nature has changed how we look at the created world. Americans have a technological view of nature. We dam rivers, cure diseases, and hunt lions for fun. We have an increasing confidence in our ability to control nature, overcome it, and turn it to our purposes. For some, nature is a given set of forces that we can understand, manipulate, and control. Pope Francis calls this attitude the technocratic mindset. The Pope criticized the technocratic mindset, where technology in itself is seen as the key to all human life and happiness and the solution to every problem. The technocratic mindset imposes its will on nature and sees it as a raw material for human happiness. Our kids, however, didn't mention mastery of nature on their list of things they needed to be happy.
To be happy, I think you have to have a close family, and you have to have a close relationship with God, and keep trying to improve your relationship no matter how close you get to Him.
Catholics have a sacramental view of nature and human life. Think of what we discussed this year. Water is used for baptism, bread and wine for Eucharist. The bodies of man and woman are for marriage. God's grace comes to us through the material world. God redeems and lifts up all of His creation. For the Christian, nature directs us to the God of nature. Stewardship is using God's gift of nature wisely. Christianity offers a moral view of life based on personal moderation and a perspective on happiness that is not based on constant novelty and consumption. Even suffering plays a role in our redemption. The Pope said, "How we understand human life and the environment has gone awry. Partly, we look at the world as something for our use and pleasure. We use, consume, and waste. We create new products, and old products are discarded. We even discard human beings. Do you think your value as a human being is measured by what you produce and what you own?" The Catholic view is that the importance of human life is found in our being, not our having.
You don't really need anything. There are plenty of families out there who don't have anything and are just as happy as people with everything.
Technology has given us nuclear power and nuclear weapons. Both have been seen as solutions to a problem. Think of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The United States solved its war by dropping nuclear weapons on the Japanese. Ironically, the Japanese used nuclear power for its electrical needs, but we all remember what happened to the electrical plant in northern Japan when it failed. It created a huge environmental disaster. Pope Francis reminded us of the dangers of technology. It's a two-edged sword. Never has humanity had such power over itself, yet nothing ensures that it will be used wisely, particularly when we consider how it is currently being used. In whose hands does all this power lie? Or will it eventually end up? It is extremely risky for a small part of humanity to have it. Will greed and the lust for power determine how technology is used, or will a culture of self-restraint decide how technology gets used in America? Pope Francis said that when human beings place themselves at the center, they give absolute priority to immediate convenience, and all else becomes relative. Hence, we should not be surprised to find in the cult of unlimited human power the rise of a relativism which sees everything as irrelevant unless it serves one's own immediate interests.
You need to have like a good family, and you always like have to have a smile on your face and have good friends like to make you happy, like have people like have jokes, funny jokes, and always laugh.
Family.
Anything else?
Family and love.
Our young people's desire for family, friends, love, and God is a desire for connectedness. Pope Francis chose the name Francis for a reason. St. Francis offers us a vision of what it is to be a connected human being. Whenever St. Francis would gaze at the sun, the moon, or the smallest of animals, he burst into song, drawing all other creatures into his praise. He communed with all creation, even preaching to the flowers, inviting them to praise the Lord just as if they were endowed with reason. To St. Francis, every creature was a brother and a sister, united to him by bonds of love. When the kids from our youth group talked about happiness, they all talked about connection to God, family, and friends. Love was needed to be happy. Love is all about interconnection. Pope Francis reminds us that everything is connected. Do you believe that? Our parish kids' insight into the necessity of love can guide us as we think about our stewardship of nature and the gifts of nature, including our families.
To be happy, you just need Christ in your life.